Hey, it's me, Professor J, from CCM 101 on Gospel 88.7 FM and 100.3 FM WEHA. WEHA is a Stellar Award candidate for Small Market Radio Station of the Year. Go to wehavegospel.com/vote to vote for this station. You can also cast your vote from the WEHA official Facebook page or the official We Have Gospel app. Hey, it's me, Professor J, from CCM 101 on Gospel 88.7 FM and 100.3 FM WEHA. WEHA is a Stellar Award candidate for Small Market Radio Station of the Year. Go to wehavegospel.com/vote to vote for this station. You can also cast your vote from the WEHA official Facebook page or the official We Have Gospel app.
All right. We want to thank God for being in the studio on tonight. We're going to tell God thank you for everything that he has done for us. Your cell phone. And you have already heard we're in the first round of the Stellar Awards. We need you to vote. Somebody say, go ahead and vote. Go to that the site that has been given to you so that you can go ahead and vote. You can vote so many times. I think, and if you get tired of voting from one phone or computer, go to the next phone or go to the upstairs computer or go to the downstairs in the basement computer. Go to everything. Where else can you get 24/7 gospel? Nowhere else but WEHA. I'm sure it's somewhere else in the world, but how about this? Right in our own community and county, it reaches countries. I know one thing, we have someone in Africa, Cape Town, Africa, and every time I come on, sis, I see you, I hear you. That is very, very powerful, very, very powerful. Let me see your phone. And so I'm grateful that everything that we need, God has for us. He has for us. And so on tonight, I am here with Mr. Christian Ragland. But before I go further with my information, I have to go to an announcement. How about that? I love announcements. And we're getting ready to get some great things that's getting ready to happen. WEHA presents, along with Atlantic City Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Phi Incorporated, in partnership with Green Life Energy Solutions and Atlantic County Sheriff's Foundation, Thanksgiving Day of Service, Saturday, November the 23rd at 3 p.m. Second Baptist Church, 110 Reverend Dr. Isaac Cole Plaza, Atlantic City, New Jersey, 08401. Directions: to receive a free ham or turkey, first come, first serve. Must be present at the event, must be 18 or older with identification. Only one ham or turkey per person per household. Must be a resident of Atlantic County. It just didn't say Atlantic City. It said Atlantic County, so that's Pleasantville, EHT, Mays Landing, Atlantic City, everywhere. WEHA presents this Thanksgiving Day of Service tomorrow, 3 p.m. at the Second Baptist Church. Have your identification, Have your identification. You need a turkey? Make sure you have your identification. You need a ham? Make sure you have your identification. And you know what? So many families are suffering, and so many families don't have what they need in order to make a Thanksgiving dinner. Listen, the great way to be thankful is that, we give back. We play it forward. We pay it forward. We play it forward. A little tongue-tied and tired, but all is well. I'm here with my nephew. I call him nephew, the great man of God. His name is Christian Ragland. We have so many people that were supposed to be with us here on tonight, but everybody is preparing for tomorrow. We are preparing for our November the 23rd, 12 p.m. from Woodland Avenue, Woodland and 4th Street if you need a landmark, but it's at the playground where we will be starting our march. Now, it's called March Forward, okay? And there's other things that are attached to it. You already know the tragedy that has happened within Pleasantville, New Jersey. Atlantic City, New Jersey, but the recent tragedy has happened at a football game in Pleasantville, New Jersey, and we, the village people, are standing in the gap for those that are not able to stand up for themselves. The Bible says that let the strong bear the infirmities of the weak, and we understand. And when we say weak, we don't mean weak like crippled or downtrodden, or I mean, not downtrodden but crippled, or you know, all of that kind of other stuff that people would put to the word weak. We're saying weak in strength, that you are not able, you know, some people after being in such a horrific place are not able to even face that area again. It takes people a long time to be able to go back to a place that tried to take them out. Absolutely, right? Are you talking to your mic?
Oh, you ready for me?
I'm ready for
Okay.
you. All right. And so, what the great thing about this is that I was laying in prayer, which many of you know that, and it's evidence that, you know, I have a prayer life, and I'm not ashamed to talk about my prayer life. There was a time where people used to call me holy roller in church and church lady in school and all kinds of stuff, and I used to be offended by what they were calling me. But you know what? As I grew and I matured, I recognized that they saw something on me that in the previous times I didn't see, and they were speaking into my future, although they might have called it laughter. You know, life and death is in the power of the tongue.
And in the ignorance, they didn't realize it was because of your presence that they may have never witnessed some of the things that the enemy may have tried to come against them with, because simply you were standing in the gap for them.
Yeah.
And I've learned that even in my years, 30 years of life here, that sometimes the enemy tries to distract you by people questioning or judging your character, but really he's trying to get you off post because you are the gatekeeper.
You are the gatekeeper. And you know what? Today, I'm going to say this. Today, not that I have to be pat on my back for anything that I do, because I am just the type of person that recognize I have an assignment on my life. And my assignment goes beyond just this natural surface of where people, you know, they might just do things just to do it. But I know that there's an assignment on my life to cause change, to cause reactions from hate to love, to stand in the middle so that I can be a peacekeeper. I just know what I have favor on my life. So today I walked into the dollar store. We're preparing to get our signs ready for tomorrow and different things. And the lady in front of me, she had quite a bit of stuff, and I took out my card and I said, Lord, please let there be money on this card, and please don't let me be put in shame, right? And so I took out my card and I said to the lady, I said, is that all your stuff? Is that it? That's all you want? And she said, yeah. She looked at me like I was strange, right? And I said, well, go ahead and beg your stuff. I'm going to pay for your stuff. And so she said to me, she said, why? Why? And the cashier said, honey, don't you worry about why. You go ahead and get your blessing and praise the Lord to this sister right here, right? And so I started laughing, but I said to her, I said, the next time that you have extra in your pocket, pay it forward.
Pay it forward. Yep.
Pay it forward. You understand what I'm saying? And so she said, what do you mean by that? I said, give to somebody else. Don't keep it in your pocket. When you have that time, bless somebody else. And so that's what tomorrow is also about.
Amen.
Right?
Well, and it's also setting the standard, right, for 2020 as we go into a whole new year. You know, I've been following you for the past year as you journeyed in this endeavor, but watching you over the summertime, you really tapped into some things spiritually and naturally, right? And so as we go into the new year, we're telling the enemy, listen, we're not going to wait till the summertime to do this. We already starting fresh before you even get a head start.
Before you get a head start.
And that's what, you know, this is all about. And we can have this conversation on this airways because we know this is an opportunity where ministry happens, but we know we're also up against principalities as well.
Yes.
And so this is an opportunity for us, like we were sharing today. It's no coincidence that the day before you were going to make a declaration in Pleasantville through a march, there's a bomb threat that comes
Today,
to a school.
at the school.
For those who are spirit-filled believers, that's not something to get scared over. That's something to say you right where you need to be.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so-
That was the enemy trying to put fear
Exactly.
in to say, you know what? I
Exactly.
ain't going there. That's the right time to put your foot on that territory.
What was when that demon said to Jesus, "Why were you torment us before the
Right.
time?" Right? And that's what I saw. I'm like, man, they letting you know that they there. But that's not something for us to bend over backwards and get scared over. This is something for us to get excited because we've identified where we need to go.
And you know what else, nephew? My excitement also comes from knowing that because that happened, that the enemy knew and he knows that change is happening. I sat in my car, and I've been crying, I've told you. And so I sat in my car and I was like, and then I stopped crying. I said, a 10-year-old boy gunned down. 10 years. Now look at this. 10-year-old dude. What's his name? Micah. Gunned down. And I've never met this young man. Never met him at all. But I see the videos of life. I see the videos of his gestures, his funniness, his swag, and different things like that. And I said, 10 years old. But a nation has recognized Pleasantville, New Jersey over this young baby who had an assignment on his life even unto death, whose life will speak volumes for years to come.
Continue.
People are now making big time scholarships and look, the Eagles. Listen,
names are coming from everywhere.
Names are coming from everywhere because of this young man. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, and it's a shame because, I don't want to make him a martyr because at the end of the day, his job was to be a kid.
Yes.
And, of course, there are many people, including myself, that say, in an internal conversation, we may have failed him because we didn't protect him, right?
Yeah.
But with that being said, to your point, because of what happened, his life has opened doors for people in Pleasantville to get access to some things.
Not just Pleasantville.
The nation.
Yes.
The nation.
Yes.
And it's a shame. Well, I was talking to someone, and the reason why this march, and because I had called you when I heard the news that he had passed, I was like, man, do we really want to march? Because I was hurt. I was. But
And my response
and your
was?
response was very clear. We're still marching, right? And I'm gonna tell you why I appreciate that, because the young people need to see the generation ahead of them take a stand. Because if they don't see us, they'll think it's normal, and then they'll begin to normalize it and begin to think that this is something that they can expect. I was ironically and sadly, last week, I have a leadership academy at the Egg Harbor City Community School. And so last Tuesday at 8:30 in the morning, my young guys, they had a debate about gun violence. Before all of this went down, they were shown videos of Chicago. They were shown videos of Philadelphia. And they began to talk about what they see. And then Friday night happened, and we met again this week. And when I told them that this young man had passed, the shock and awe in their faces was, what now? That could have been any of us.
It was so disappointing.
And to see the natural, innocent fear in their eyes because, wait, we were talking about this in Philadelphia and Chicago last week. You never said Pleasantville.
Right,
You never
right.
said our backyard.
Because I even said on the news the other day, I was like, this ain't Pleasantville. I grew up in Pleasantville. I graduated from Pleasantville High School. I mean, I remember the times, Christian, when we had beef with one another as individuals in the city or wherever you was. When you had a beef in my day, you would just square up, fight your battle. Girls, we would put that Vaseline on real thick so we wouldn't get our face messed up. And also, we would also put a stick on our shoulder, knock my mama off my shoulder, and we get ready to fight. But then there were times after you fought that you pieced it up.
Yeah, exactly.
It was nothing left. There was no residue. And see, now found this way of life has a sense of lifeless. It's lifeless. It doesn't care
Well, no
who it
regard
goes
for
after.
life.
No regards for life. So what I wanted to say to you was that out of all of this, with this young man, this precious baby, there are many other young people. I believe that there were young people that wanted to or had a inkling of guns. Because listen, I'm not just saying from a community or street thing. We got it on the TV. We got it on the radio. You know, they're saying all kinds of things. You know, guns up. Let's go, pop a nigga. I'm sorry to say that, but that's the
That's
words
what
that
he's
they
saying.
say. All different kinds of things. Run up in the girl. We got to be careful what we allow our children to listen to. We got to be careful how we allow our children to partake in a lot of things within the community. When my mom didn't want me to go to something or be a part of something, it was no. And she stood by that. But you know what the crazy thing is? And I'm going to say this. A day before, no, 2 days. It was Wednesday before this incident happened. I'm gonna tell you what happened to me. I had to go in for back surgery, right? Little minor back surgery. I went into the hospital. They took me into a place called the waiting room. All right. I want you to listen to my words on this. Took me into a place called the waiting room. They said, Miss Sykes, we want you to get changed. I don't know why my spirit was leaping over these words. It was like, what? Jesus. And so I was like, I know I'm just bugging or something like that, right? Because my nerves was a little edgy because, you know, you go under and stuff like that, but I knew I was coming out. But nevertheless, we're in the waiting room. I want you to get changed. Then they put me in a room with over 20 to 30 people. And the lady said, we're getting ready to take you in. So I'm looking around. You got all these people. And then she comes back and says, "You're next." Right? Oh God!
Because she's speaking prophetically.
She was she was speaking prophetically to me. I was like, "Oh, Jesus!" And so I was okay with going into the surgery room. I went into the surgery room, but before I went into the surgery room, the doctor came and said, "Let me mark the spot." Let me mark the spot. Went into the surgery room, and I said to them, he said, "Would you do me a favor? Would you just adjust?" And that's all I remember. I probably hit my head hard on that now that I'm thinking about it.
No. And you know, it's funny that you said that. You know, and not to be churchy, not to even say that, but I was studying Luke 20 when Jesus' authority was questioned, when he went into the temple and began to take out the things that had turned the house of prayer into what he called a house of thieves, right?
Yeah.
And what theologians said was, the reason why those chief priests and elders questioned his authority was not because of what he did, but because it was different.
Yeah.
Because they had never seen someone come into their comfortable position and change things. And so I think what's happening is you come in as a change maker and you're doing something different that this side of Pleasantville, this side of Atlantic County has never seen before, right? And so I believe this is a season where there's going to be some different things done through different people.
Different people.
And the reason and how I know is because jealousy comes and people will say things that necessarily don't add to the solution but add to the problem. And so I believe that what you possess, what your passion, what your vision is different, but it's going to be something that's going to allow for change.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that change is going to be. It could be change in mentality. It could be change in policy. All I know is, you know, like you said, you're standing in the gap, right?
Yeah.
You know, you're standing there.
I'm grateful that it's just not me. And you said something powerful. It's going to take a lot of people in order to. It's not a Lanyell movement. It's not a Lanyell movement. And no way, don't I tell you?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Lanyell from the community.
Yeah, from the community. But I think it was you today or somebody. I was like, do you want to talk to this reporter?
No, you didn't tell me.
You
that.
know, I'm like, can somebody talk to? I called Kaleem Shabazz.
Yeah.
Like he didn't answer his phone. I called Francois. He didn't answer the phone. I was like, all right, okay. So I'm talking to people, getting back to the story so we can go right into prayer so we could go ahead. And so getting back to the story, in my time in that hospital room, I went down, but I never knew, but I woke up with a lady nudging me saying, "Miss Seitz, you're in recovery." You're recovered. You're in recovery. I said, yo, this lady, this might be her normal routine, but my spirit was saying something different.
You locked in on something.
And so I started crying, Christian. I was crying. So the lady said, are you crying because you're in pain? Or are you crying? What are you crying for? I said, I'm good. But the whole time I was like, Lord, I'm in the waiting room. I had to change. You wanted to mark the spot. You were next in line. And now you are in recovery. I wonder if the Lord was sanctioning or speaking to my spirit then for what was going to happen on Friday for the future of the relief to let people know that we are in recovery.
Amen.
You understand what I'm saying? He takes the foolish things to confound the wise. And most people are like, that girl's bugging. No, I'm not bugging. I'm here to tell you that even through trauma, recovery starts.
Amen.
And so what I've learned is that in trauma, it either makes you or it breaks you. But we had too many kids out there to not stand up to show children that together we stand and divided we fall. We must make an impact. I'm not going on anybody. I'm not pointing the fingers on nobody. I don't want to talk about no politics tomorrow. I don't want to talk about the young men tomorrow. I don't want to talk about what you didn't think that didn't happen in that place. What I want to talk about is how we gonna bring this community back into a place called healing. And I don't want God to bring us back to the former. I want him to take us further, someplace we've never been before. I want to reach mothers and fathers. I want to reach young people. And we have 3 young people that are coming tomorrow that were at that game that's going to speak on that field. We got 3 young people. We got parents that were there. We got Kaleem Shabazz. We got Christian Ragland. We got Pastor Kevin Ragland. We got Muti, who we know, if you know anything about Muti, that was somebody you just didn't mess with in the streets. His whole life has changed for the better. And he's able to reach young men and young women. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
You got to know what Bettis. You got Tamika Floyd. You got all kinds of people. You got Yolanda McVille, who is the head of the housing authority. You got the superintendent of schools. You got a lot of people that will be there on tomorrow to assist us. You got Dr. Diana Lyles. If you don't know her story, you're going to find out on tomorrow. A mother that her son was in the drug activity. Her son, and she had to do some things. She went to jail for what she did in order to survive and make sure that a hit was not on her family. So tomorrow she's going to talk to the women. She's going to talk to the community. Heal from the inside out and not from the outside in.
Absolutely. Wow.
Okay? Powerful. And so tonight we're going to go into prayer because that's what we're supposed to do. Christian, what else do you have to say before we go into prayer?
You know what? And just the names you just said tomorrow, I'm excited because it's different people with different gifts and talents and assignments that are coming together for one purpose. That's a dangerous combination.
It's a dangerous combination.
All of our bases are covered.
Yes.
And the other thing that we talked about really quickly is we can't respond when it's comfortable for us to respond. And what I mean by that is we got to be just as accountable to our own family. If we have people in our family not doing the right thing, we need to help them.
Yeah.
Because, it's
You need
easy.
to call them out on their card.
Exactly. Because
stop patting people on the back or just walking by and you know they wrong.
Exactly.
And don't say nothing.
Because it's easy to march. It's easy to rally against somebody that you don't know. But, what we have to do is we got to come together as a community and build from up within the community.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. So we're going to close out in prayer.
We're going to close out in prayer. But before we close out in prayer, I want to tell everybody to meet us tomorrow at Woodland Avenue and 4th Street. We are going to be police escorted down Route 9 all the way down to Mill Road to the football field. Listen, we got things in place that if you're cold, we got the people coming out with the truck for hot chocolate and coffee to warm you up. Make sure you wear the proper attire because it is a cold evening or day. I'm praying that God will ease the cold and put a little warmth in there. It's not supposed to rain until tomorrow night. And then on top of that, if you are driving, I would admonish you to do a carpool, to drop your car off at the high school, and then you and somebody else go back to Woodland Avenue, and you can march from there, and you guys can go back to get each other's car. And I'm excited. We're going to talk about this human trafficking. Human trafficking. There's a lot that's going on that must happen. We must turn and change. We got to keep our children's head on a swivel. Parents, you got to be on the swivel more than ever now.
Absolutely.
Do you know at Uptown School, I think it was Uptown School today, that I heard that a man went on the bus. And I don't know what he wanted to do on the bus, but there has been some human traffickers in our area. So mothers, meet your children at the bus stop.
No
don't be
walking.
lazy. Stop watching TV. Walk down there and get your kids. You understand what I'm saying? Stop allowing your kids to raise your other kids. Be the parent that you're supposed to be. I'm sorry if it hit you hard, but it's just going to hit you. I get nervous if I'm not there right then and there for my child. What I tell you, when it comes to jobs and stuff, I got to work around my children's schedule. These are my babies. I laid down to have them, so I got to make sure that I do what's right for them. And so I want to admonish parents. I'm not here to bash you, but I want you to be encouraged to come up higher, to do what's right with your babies and then the babies of your community. We're going to community walk. So every step that we take, we decree and we declare that on tomorrow, I don't care who it is, whoever is stepping, whoever's walking. We got the NAACP coming out, the young people. There's a lot of people that's coming out. We got 30 people from Violin coming. I don't even know these people, but they inboxing me saying, we coming because we got to stand in the gap for one another. People are hurting all over.
Listen, what Martin Luther King said, what affects you directly affects me indirectly, right? So even though it's not taking place in violence, but I appreciate them coming because they said, listen, because it's not happening here doesn't mean we don't stand with you. Because God forbid one day they need us to go to violence. So I think that's awesome that people are coming from far and near.
Philadelphia, Camden, all over. So we're going to pray. Won't you go ahead?
You want me to pray?
Yeah. Make sure you have your hats and your coats. Make sure that you're on time for the march. We're leaving at 12 o'clock. So that means you got to get there around 11:30, 11:40. Be prepared. We're going to march. We have our chants. We have banners. We have, not chants, but our I guess we are going to be talking. Hands up, guns down, all kinds of things. Gun violence. I even thought today, Christian, I'm like, how am I going to get into Trenton and to these other places to be an advocate towards killing off these guns? How am I going to speak to this nation? And I thought about it. I'm going to go to somewhere. If I got to go to the White House, write a letter or something about stop allowing these guns to come in. And then if it's infiltrated from the head, we got to just keep praying until something happens. Amen. And so I want you to start us out in prayer.
Heavenly Father, first and foremost, we thank you for this opportunity. Number one, to walk in victory through the cross of Christ today, God. We repent right now of our sins, anything that we have done that's not of you. Now, God, we come to you today, God, with heavy hearts, God, but with a mind to push forward. And we pray against the enemy that would try to stop what you are planning to do, God, in this season, God. Even if you allow us to see tomorrow, God, I pray that you would cancel every assignment of the enemy that would try to stop that march. God, I thank you for good weather, God. I thank you for good people. I thank you for unity, God. I bind up every demonic spirit that would try to disrupt what you are doing in this season. God, I pray, God, for the Tennant family right now.
In
God,
the name
I
of
pray
Jesus.
you dispatch the ministering angels right to their bedside, God, as they process all of this that has happened. God, I pray that you would allow things, God, to work in their favor as they go through this trying season, God. We pray that you would expose any anything that the government, that any organization would do to keep guns, God, in a place that are near our children and in our communities, God, unlawfully and illegally, God. I pray right now that you would open
Cancel
up doors,
every assignment, God.
that the politicians, God, will come to the people, God, instead of the people going to the politicians, God, so that we may be able to change the community that you have given us licenses over.
Yes.
And so I thank you right now. We pray for this radio station allowing this to happen. We pray, God, for Evangelist Lanielle. Give her strength. Continue to allow her, God, to move forward in the plans that you laid out before her. I pray for every pastor that is going forth right now, every religious leader that's trying to find solutions. We pray right now for all those who want to do something, God. I pray unity will be the top of our list, and we honor you today. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
And Father, I thank you for every person that's coming to be a part of this march, recognizing that if we don't make a deposit, we can't get a return, and that if we can't do anything within our own little cocoon, that Father, you would give us the solution to reach out to those that are filling the gaps, to those, God, that are willing to pray for families, to bring a solution. And Father, I decree and I declare that on tomorrow, as we hit that field in the name of Jesus, where the enemy tried to come and cast fear upon our young people, cast fear upon families, cast fear upon believers or police officers, quick responders, whoever was out there, Father, that tried to cast fear, that no weapon that has been formed against us shall prosper, and every tongue that rises up against us, God, you will condemn. Father, I thank you for being the condemning force. I thank you for being the force that people would have to reckon with. And when they reckon with you, they would not want to reckon with nobody else, God, because you are God. You are the great soldier. You are the excellent God. You are the protector. And you said, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. So that means, God, anybody that is dealing with a situation that you have sanctioned has been in the midst, God, somebody better watch out, God. Lord, I ask that you put positivity into the air. I ask that you touch everyone that's looking in on tomorrow. God, every news anchor, every police officer, everybody that is standing in the gap, touch those babies that will be talking tomorrow. Touch the council people, touch Muti, touch Dr. Diana Lyles, Christian, Pastor Ragland, touch me, myself. I proclaim and I decree that lives will change, that the atmosphere that tried to kill us, that you will shift it for the better, that somebody will come off of that field saying, what must I do to change my life, God? How can I help? How can someone help me? Coming with answers in the name of Jesus and having solutions. I decree and I declare, cover our mayor, cover the chief of police, cover those, hallelujah, that will be in the midst of us, those that will not be there, we will be there, God. Sanction this day, and we ask that you have your way in the name of Jesus. We ask that you put before us greater works as you assign and align our bodies for the assignments. Father, we thank you for canceling every assignment of anxiety, of fear, of anything, of negativity, canceling every plot, plan that has been conjured up against these lives. Hallelujah. I thank you, Lord Jesus, that from this there shall be greatness. Their young people shall rise into the occasion of their assignments as ministers, as pastors, as leaders, hallelujah, as governmental officials, whatever place that you have aligned their souls to be an encouragement, to shift atmospheres, to shift homes. Father, I ask that you touch parents, touch grandparents that are parents all over again, touch children, give them more of an understanding, let them know, hallelujah, that they have more to give than what they have been faced with. Father, I thank you for pulling somebody out of depression. Thank you for pulling somebody out of their homes. Thank you for, Father, in the name of Jesus, for putting the words of wisdom to speak in our mouths, that we will pull somebody out in the name of Jesus. I ask that you will pull somebody out of depression that has been low ever since Friday. God, give them joy. We place peace over Pleasantville, New Jersey. We place peace over homes in homes. We place peace. We go against night terrors, night dreams, in the every demonic influence that has been trying to come in and shuffle people, our young people. We take back our young people in the name of Jesus. There will be no backlash in the name of Jesus. And the enemy that tries to come up against us will fall into the same pot, that the enemy will cut him off at the sword, that he will suffocate the plans and the plot, that he will wash away the evilness in the name of Jesus. I plead the blood of Jesus. I plead the blood of Jesus over everyone that is speaking on tomorrow. In Jesus' name. I said in Jesus' name. I said in Jesus' name. You get the glory. No man gets the glory. You get the glory. Touch Angela. Touch her children, the twins. Hallelujah. Her twins that have lost a brother. Touch her mother. Touch that family and that community. In the name of, I don't have to know them to feel the pain. And so, Father, release the pressure, because we know that pressure makes us. But at this time, God, take off the heavy burdens. In the name of Jesus. I decree and I declare that someone's saved, that someone's delivered, and someone is set free. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen and amen. Let me see your phone again. And so, with all of that being said, tomorrow, November the 23rd, will be at Woodland and 4th Avenue, the playground there. We will be there. I wanted to say be there or be square. And you know what else? All of the negativity and the things that people say, people negative or saying things only because they didn't do it. When they had the opportunity to do it. And so when you don't do what you're supposed to do, God will have somebody else rise up. So if you're supposed to go and reach these people, get up off of the couch. That's it. And join us. That's it. And that's all I got to say. That's all I got to say, because I'm full right now. But please don't forget that WEHA presents Atlantic City, New Jersey alumni chapter of Kappa Alpha Phi Incorporated.
Kappa Alpha Psi.
Kappa Alpha Psi. I'm sorry.
Listen, one of the brothers, Brother James Presley, wanted me to correct that. I said, all right, man. I got
That's
you.
funny. Whatever, James. And so, go ahead and say it again.
Kappa Alpha Psi.
Kappa Alpha Psi Incorporated, in partnership with Green Life Energy Solutions and Atlantic County Sheriff Foundation. Thanksgiving Day service. You got enough time to leave from the march and go right over to Second Baptist Church, 110 Reverend Dr. I.S. Cole Plaza, Atlantic City, New Jersey, 08401, Saturday, November the 23rd, 3 p.m. Directions to receive a free ham or turkey. First come, first serve. And that's how it is on tomorrow for the march, with the coffee, with the donations and different things like that. First come, first serve. We're not holding nothing for nobody. But here it is. With this Thanksgiving service tomorrow, there will be, you have to have a residence identification card. You must be 18 or over. You'll only get one, a ham or a turkey per household. Must be a resident of Atlantic County. And so we thank Brother James Presley and for doing this endeavor, getting this Thanksgiving service together. And we thank WEHA for sponsoring, for representing, for presenting this Thanksgiving service. Listen, spread this. Spread it. Call your friends up. You going to that march tomorrow? We're marching for justice. We're marching for justice. We're marching against the injustice that has been happening, and even in segregation and everything that has been happening with us. Listen, I'm trying to get tickets to get the kids to go see Harriet Tubman, to let them know what people fought for us to get here.
Just to live.
Just to live.
Just to live.
Oh my God, if I had
That's
to go to
an
an outhouse to use the bathroom, and now we can just freely go. It's a whole different conversation.
That's a whole different conversation.
I don't even
Another
want to
day.
get into it.
That's
That's another day.
Well,
All right.
bring me back.
And so I need you to tell everybody, be present. Woodland Avenue tomorrow. Tell somebody. You're going to be there. Make sure you bring your hat and your coat and meet us at Woodland Avenue in Pleasantville, New Jersey. Be there or be square. Or you know what? Some of you, I can't even say be square. Be there or be healed in the name of Jesus. Okay. And so until we meet again, may his peace be with you. God be with you. Don't forget to go vote. This is the first round of the Stellars. We need to bring that Stella home. I haven't been to a Stella yet because I don't want to fly 5 hours. But nevertheless, God is good. If we're going to win this thing, I'm going to go get that thing.
I hear that.
All right? Until we meet again, may his peace be with you and also with you. God bless.
Hi, I'm Tawana from Gospel 88.7 FM and 100.3 FM WEHA. WEHA is a Stellar Award candidate for the Small Market Radio Station of the Year. To vote for this station, visit wehavegospel.com/vote. You can also cast your vote from the We Have Gospel app or official Facebook page. Ready? Go.